people with HIV and how their discrimination.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Now, each week we have some new investors who join us, people who didn't come before, and they ask me a lot of questions about what to do. So those of you interested, please come forward to take a guide on how to make your complaint. The form is here. Inside this guide, there are 3 important websites and blogs to visit, including my blog. I think my volunteers are passing around these forms. There's also my email address. Now some people come and talk to me with a lot of details. Remember that you are not the only person talking to me. 50 people talking to me each time. I cannot remember. So it's better for you to write an email to me. Alright, so my email address is there. Some people ask how do they make a statutory declaration? Which lawyer to see? I have here 2 lawyers for making statutory declaration. What is the purpose? Go and read my blog. He explain what is the purpose. Don't ask me one by one, because I cannot be answering 50 people each week. Okay, so it's in my blog. There's also a complaint form. What are the things you need to put in the statutory declaration? Follow the complaint form. The complaint form is in my blog. There are some investors who want to engage lawyer on your own, individually, because you have been evidence of being misled. So you want to talk to lawyers. There's a list of lawyers in my blog recommended by the Law Society of Singapore. So you can also follow that. Then there are other people who say, I need to talk to some other investors in similar situation to me. Bought from the same bank, or they bought the same type of product. So these also have got a list of contact person, just the email address. So you can send an email to this person according to the circumstances that you are in, and talk to those group leaders. These are the group leaders. And then there are some people who ask about the FIDRAC process, the complaint by the Resolution Center, FIDRAC, is also listed down there. So all these are in this leaflet. So you please collect either from my volunteers, or you can come and collect in front. Now today I want to give you an update on a few matters. First is the opinion from the Queen's Counsel of UK. I've spoken to a lawyer who is writing a brief to the Queen's Counsel to ask the Queen's Counsel opinion about the prospectus. We have chosen one prospectus. Actually, there are about 50 different prospectus for different types of notes, different series. So 50 different prospectus, but they all follow a similar pattern. So when we ask the Queen's Counsel opinion, we will not talk about the details that are different, but we talk about the points that are similar. So we are going to get a Queen's Counsel opinion. Now, why a Queen's Counsel of the UK? Our senior lawyers in Singapore, most of them are already working for the banks. Therefore, they cannot act for the investors. And also, many of them are not familiar with this kind of financial products. whereas in England, the Queen's Counsel are familiar. So I have to brief our lawyer, who is not familiar, but I have to give him a briefing. Then he becomes more familiar, and he will write a brief for the Queen's Counsel to give an opinion. And this will be done in January, because the Queen's Counsel is now Christmas time, you know, on holiday. So our Singapore lawyer will write the brief to send to the Queen's Counsel, and I hope that the Queen's Counsel will give an opinion. We are pursuing two main points. The first main point is, does prospectus describe the product in a way that is correct for the investor? Because most investors thought the money is invested in 5 to 8 bonds, diversified. If one bond fails, still got 7 more. So the loss is only 1 upon 8. But the actual product is different. The actual product is any of these 8 entities fail, any one fail, all your money is gone. So your risk is multiplied 8 times. Instead of spreading to 1/8, you are multiplying the risk 8 times. Of course, the Queen's Counsel should look at the prospectus and see whether there are grounds of misrepresentation or whether there are non-disclosure of the risk. If they know that this is very risky, they don't disclose. Does this break the law? Does this break the contract? So this is the one question for the Queen's Counsel to look. Remember, in Singapore, we have 2 important laws: Securities and Futures Act. Anybody who sells securities, including the credit-linked note, have certain responsibility under the Act to represent correctly and to give the necessary information. So is this Act broken? There's also the Financial Advisors Act, giving responsibility for the advisor to make sure the product is suitable for the customer. Is this also broken?